going really awesome. And if you're just sitting at home, bored, maybe you want to shake it up just a little bit, talk about some drama. We all love drama, right? Till we don't, and then you're done. My husband and I were at dinner with some friends one night, and we were talking about everyone. It's funny how people think things are funny after they're like not funny anymore. You know, it's like when it's not funny later, you're like, oh, that was funny, but it wasn't funny at the time. So what is drama? And I did a little post, and you guys told me some different things that are your drama kryptonite that just trigger you, get your brain fired up, your stress going. So are you a drama queen? Do you seem to attract drama all around you? Or maybe you attract people who are drama. I call them drama generators. And maybe you're tired of it. It's exhausting. Your poor little adrenal glands are just squeezing out all the time. And maybe you need to make some different life choices. So that's what I'm going to talk about today is, are you a drama queen? Or do you have drama generators around you? And so what is the word drama? Well, drama means to act. So that would imply that you're acting out of character or acting larger than you are. The truth about that is that everyone acts from their own perception. They behave according to what's going on in their world. So if you have someone who acts dramatic about something, and it seems, we call it drama or dramatic because it seems disproportional to what's going on. So if my husband goes somewhere and he forgets to tell me, like one morning he got up and he went to get breakfast, and I was still asleep, and I woke up and I got all triggered by that, and I thought, where is he? And I'm texting him, and you know, he's in line at wherever, you know, and he's like thinking I'm going to be right back. So I'm all worked up and I don't understand, and I'm acting all dramatic, and he's like, she's a drama queen. Well, when I got really quiet with that, which is one of the things I suggest you do, I'm going to give you 5 ways to help resolve some of the drama in your life, to get some calm and to de-stress a little bit. One of the things when I got calm and I meditated on that was I realized that my father died when I was 19 and I was out of town and I didn't get to say goodbye. And so I went back into my mind, when was the first time I really felt that level of fear around, because if it's not love, it's fear. So when was the first time I really felt that level of fear around what was going on? And I have felt abandoned because my dad didn't mean to die. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, but I just remember that feeling. So I was acting dramatic to my husband, but my emotional state was getting fired up in my brain. So consciousness, awareness of how you're feeling. Your emotions are an indicator that something's not right. And so what that allowed me to do was to talk to my husband and to say, hey, that really stressed me out. And like, here's why. And so then he understood that I wasn't just being a drama queen about that there was something I had to work through, which is why we get into a relationship anyway, is to help us work through some of those things. And you're not broken and you don't need fixed. But there are ways that our lives can serve us better, that we could consciously create all the things that we love and want to show up in our lives rather than to unconsciously create. So the first awareness is this level of drama and perception, and everyone is right from where they are. So if you have someone that's acting dramatic, or it seems dramatic, their perception could be different. So the first thing that you might want to do is to look at that. So I want to ask you a couple of questions. So I like to do problem solution. And just kind of ask yourself and get really honest about the drama that's going on in your life, whether you're creating it or someone else is creating it. And from the law of attraction, whatever you put out is what you get back. So if you have drama generators out there, I promise you there's some internal component that you need to look at. So ask yourself, do I worry a lot or go to the worst case scenario a lot? That creates an energy of what we call this drama, or what seems overreacting and that kind of thing. So if you constantly are thinking negative and go to worst case scenario, that could mean that you have drama or drama generators, or you're a drama queen or king in your life. Is drama exciting, or is it comfortable? Does drama make you feel something? Do you feel numb when you're not experiencing some level of drama? And I had to really get real with this and think about this, because I had some times in my life when I was creating with some drama with people around me, and I really had to say, you know what, I just sometimes like drama. I think that the reason that we as humans, I'm going to tell you the secret of life according to Tammy, The reason we come here as humans is to have a human experience. We're spiritual, having a human experience. We pay good money to splash around in this drama, to fight it out, to duke it out, to, and I love like the kind of controversial comments that I put on Facebook, and y'all respond. There's no right or wrong answer. I just like to see you guys engaging, and not to be, drama, but to really have some passion about something. I just love for y'all to get engaged and involved. So please comment on this video, and please share, and let's get some dialogue going and some passion, because sometimes it just feels good to feel something, right? So I believe that we are here to both create and experience. So we experience through our creation. So I did a great little video yesterday on learning something new and creating things. So go back and look at that if you haven't. But is drama exciting? Do you just feel numb when there's not some excitement going on? And do you get bored easily? Is conflict familiar? Did you grow up in a household where people were fighting, and these were people who supposedly loved each other, maybe your mother and your father, and that was comfortable because when they were fighting, at least you knew that they were passionate and engaged and they were staying together, versus maybe getting divorced, which is dysfunctional because, right, it'd be better if they were separate and doing their own thing if they're not happy together. But was it comfortable, and do you recreate that in your relationships? Because it just seems comfortable and it's part of your programming. They say age 1 through 6 is when you're in theta wave, and your brain is like a sponge. So think about who you were age 1 through 6 and what was going on. Was there a lot of conflict going on? Because that might have kind of wired your brain to be comfortable with conflict and drama. And internal conflict is one of the things that can come up, because everything is a reflection. When you get drama back, it's because you're putting drama out. So just, let all that go. That stop being a victim. Law of attraction, I do all that stuff on the stages and conscious creating. You're creating every experience in your life. So if there is drama, you're at the head of it. You are creating it. So just let everything go, and then life can change. As long as you're a victim and you say everybody's doing this stuff to me, then things aren't going to change, and you can just turn this video off right now because you can't hear it. The message can't sink in. And I call these downloads from the universe, from God to you, to help make different decisions. Again, you're not broken, you don't need fixed, but if your life isn't showing up the way you want, you may need to make different decisions. And the last thing, I also want to talk about shame and validation. A lot of times we want to shame people for them being dramatic because we think that doesn't make sense. So think about that. How often do you shame people about them being dramatic? Or how often do you shame yourself and go, oh my gosh, I was so dramatic, I'm so embarrassed. Just self-love. Just let that go. You are exactly where you need to be. If you threw a fit and you were nasty or ugly, that's just where you needed to be in that moment. And those who truly love you unconditionally will see that, and they will honor you, and they will love you, and it's going to be okay. We get so scared that we're going to ruin relationships forever. But when you shift and you start showing up a different way, they will love you. And if it's not meant to be, or if it's just too far gone that you have just hurt relationship too much, sometimes it's just better to move on, and that's okay. But just think about your self-love issues. And especially women have a hard time with self-love. So that is a whole different journey, and I can do a whole nother video just on self-love and many videos. But that is a journey. But a lot of times what you put out with the drama and the fear, and the rejection and abandonment issues, you kind of get into this shame and this guilt cycle, and you have all these conflicting feelings, and you put that out there, and you act like a victim, and you set people up to perpetrate against you, and then that's kind of where you get into trouble with a lot of drama. And the last thing is your self-care state. Are you tired? Were you up late last night? Did you drink too much? Don't try to have meaningful conversations with people about certain things when you are tired or stressed, or when you've had a long day at work. My husband and I, we kind of joke that 5 o'clock we blow the whistle because we work together. So we have to be able to turn that off, and we're not always the best at that, but you have to be able to turn that off a little bit, because what happens is we get a lot of emotion and energy and passion in a low self-care state. Hungry, haven't had dinner yet, we're tired, we're stressed, we've been at work all day, and then we try to have a conversation about something significant. Never works. So just be aware of that. If you're hungry, eat something. If you're tired, take a nap. If you're eating crap and you feel like crap, then that's something to look at too. So that's what I help people to getting your hormones balanced. If you're menopausal or you having PMS and you feel like crap, everything's going to seem dramatic to you. So take care of your self-care state, very important. So let's talk about some solutions and how you can actually flip some of this. So one of the solutions, I love this, just stop it. I saw this Bob Newhart cartoon one time and it was so cute. And he was basically he was playing a psychiatrist, and this woman was saying, I have this phobia of being buried alive in a box. And he said, basically, I'm going to give you the cure. And she's like, great, what is it? And he said, 3 words, just stop it. And she was like, no, I need some medication. I need some therapy. He's like, just stop it. So it literally is, I know you don't want to hear this, that easy. Just stop it. Just stop it. But the problem is, the reason you don't stop it is because you get stuck in these worry cycles. It's a little exciting, or it might be comfortable, or you get bored easily, or conflict is familiar, or your self-care or self-love states are off. And so it feels like you can't stop it. But if you would go over here and you would look at some of these things and really honor that and be real with yourself, you could stop it. And it is doable. So that's one of the things I want to teach you. So how do you just stop it? Well, number one, you label it. You label what's really going on, what's really bothering you. Like with my husband, when I was feeling all scared, he went to get breakfast. It wasn't about that. And it's rarely ever about that. It was about my dad dying, and I felt abandoned. I didn't get to say goodbye. And he just disappeared forever. Well, not forever. I don't believe people really die. Their energy's all around us. But at the time, that's what I believed. You could flip it. You could look at the positive thing. You know, I'm always talking about AP, I assume positive intent. So you can flip it and look at the positive to something. So if someone seems to be being dramatic, or you seem really upset about something, you can always see a positive in this situation. Even if they're being complete jerks, you can say, well, at least they taught me that that's not how I want to act. You know, sometimes it's so interesting because, like, I'll be somewhere and somebody will do something that I've been accused of doing that, and when I actually see it and see someone else doing it, or see somebody shut down or somebody acting all like that, I'll be like, I do that sometimes. So it kind of helps me. We kind of look through this lens and mirror ourselves, so it kind of helps me sometimes to see that. You can go to the worst case scenario, and I love this. You can exaggerate that dramatic thing to the nth degree and kind of make a joke out of it. So like if someone is saying, oh my gosh, that's the end of the world, you just messed up that report, and you're probably going to get fired. So, okay, let's go to the worst case scenario. Okay, you get fired. Okay, you lose your job. Okay, you can't make your car payment. You lose your car. You can't make your house payment. You're going to be homeless. You know, you just go to the nth degree of, oh my gosh, messing up a couple of numbers on a report, and now I'm homeless, and I have sores all over me, like some kind of joke from the Bible or something, and I'm living in this street and nobody likes me, everybody hates me, gonna go eat some worms and die or something like that. So like, is that realistic? And then you can like start seeing the insanity in that, and then you go, oh, that's not gonna happen. And then you can like go fix whatever happened in a realistic way without all the drama. And just don't give it power. The more you think about something, the more you give it power. So when you let it go, when you just let it die, and I know that's so hard when you're all emotional, one of the best things you can do is just go to sleep, take a nap, go to bed. And when you wake up, everything is so much different. It always is. If you're fighting with your spouse, just call a truce, you know, just agree to disagree. We'll take this up tomorrow. Go to sleep, and it looks completely different in the morning. It always does, right? So please comment if you agree or disagree, because this isn't everybody's point of view, right? So please share, and share this video right now, especially if you're still here with me. Please share, push that little share button, and invite friends to watch as well. So anyway, or like it, whatever you do. So anyway, don't give it power. The more focus you give to something negative, the more negativity comes to your life, and it brings 3 friends with it. So the more power you give it, if you keep focusing, you call your friends and say, oh, my husband just did this terrible thing. Just, you know, you just keep it alive. You have to let it die. You have to let it die. You have to bury it. Number 2, don't take it personally. May have absolutely nothing to do with you. Just like when my husband saw me getting upset because he went to the store, he could have taken it personally and gone, man, she's such a poop. You know, I can't believe she's overreacting like that. She's such a drama queen. But he was so kind, and he's like the love guru. He's like Buddha, I always say. And he gets calm, and he says, honey, what's this really about? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just really upset. So then that prompted me to go get quiet, do my meditation, really get into why that was bothering me. I could come back to him and say, oh my gosh, it just resonated and brought up all these other things from, you know, when I was younger and my dad died. So, you know, not every situation are you going to want to dig into it to that degree. But if you're really triggered to the degree you're really triggered, you need to look at that. And one of the things that I say is that contrast is this delicious negativity sometimes, because the more contrast you develop, the more ability you are to make your life more wonderful. So we come here to know contrast. We know up, so we know down. We know hate, so we know love, because we're all in this kind of love bubble before we come into this existence. So we come here to know hate, to know drama, to know all this stuff, so that we can know experientially what love truly is. So we love it, and we come here to splash around and have the drama. You pay good money to go to the movie to see people get sliced up, or, you know, you go bungee off a building to have that adrenaline rush. You pay good money for that adrenaline and that drama. So just honor it, what it is. And when you're done with it, then just be done with it. So like I say, don't take it personally. Just let it be what it is. And if someone is having their reaction, the best thing that you can do is just say, wow, that must really be bothering you. What's this really about? Was what I did really that, or is there something else? Tell me about it. I love you. I honor you. I cherish you. I hate that you're hurting. Tell me about that. And you can really help them explore it. It can deepen your relationship, so that contrast of that drama can actually grow relationships together. Or you can keep splashing around in the drama. No right or wrong to that. It's just when that doesn't feel good anymore, you got to do something different. Recognize its role in your life and how drama serves you. Exactly that. You know, when it's not fun anymore, then you move on and you do something different. But you don't do anything that doesn't serve you. Ever, ever, ever. You don't do anything that doesn't serve you. So even if it's serving you in some kind of, it seems like negative or bad, it's still serving you in some way. It's growing you, it's stretching you, it's expanding you somehow. So just honor that and just appreciate the contrast sometimes. Number 4, know that the conflict is internal, not external. So if you're in a relationship, let's say with a spouse, and you're miserable and you want to get a divorce, I'm not saying do or don't get a divorce. That's, you know, completely your decision. However, if you get a divorce, you are going to take you with you into the next relationship. So whatever that drama is or that nastiness is, you better figure it out within yourself, because it's just going to show up in the next relationship. So it's really important that you focus on what's inside. And I'm not saying find broken things, wrong things, and fix them. I'm saying find what's triggering you, what's triggering your subconscious, and honor it and love it. Love all those parts of you that show up that are weird and quirky. And, you know, I was just talking to my husband this morning about when I was a kid, I felt so weird and awkward. And I think every kid goes through those stages where they feel really weird and awkward. When you're an adult, the things that make you weird and awkward and quirky are the things that most people love about you, that make you special and different. So just embracing that and honoring that those things that you were so embarrassed about or shamed or guilt about when you were young are what make you who you are, the tapestry of who you are. So when you can start doing that and loving yourself, it's really powerful. I have a series on YouTube. It's called the Life Flip series, and I talk a lot about self-love and all those kinds of things. So if you need to deep dive into that a little bit, I highly recommend that. It's all free. Go to my YouTube channel on Better Living RX YouTube channel. All that stuff's out there. All these videos, I'm loading them to YouTube too. All of it's free, so please take advantage. I just do it because I truly love you and want to serve you. The last thing is self-care. And take care of yourself. You know, if you need to get your hormones looked at, or you need to take some supplements or clean up your diet and stop eating the crap, get some sleep. You know, if you need to switch some jobs around and downsize, de-stress a little bit, self-care is so important. You know, if you're drinking a lot or you have a drug addiction, you know, all of those things are going to impact what's showing up in your life. So you might focus on that. You know, even sometimes things that we don't think are quite that, you know, destructive, like alcohol or smoking, can really affect our brain chemistry. So just honor that and know your self-care state. And I just want to kind of leave you with a thought that gossip and staying in the negative, focusing on it, giving it attention, keeps you there. So don't call you. I mean, it's okay if, you know, if you've just lost someone who died, to get a little bit of support and some love and, you know, some nurturing, and to feed that. But if there's something that someone's, quote, wronged you and you're like really into the drama and being a victim, the more you keep that alive, the worse off you're going to be. The quicker you honor and love them and see what you've learned or how you've expanded or you've grown We call that forgiveness. The quicker you move into that, the better off your life is going to be. And when you talk bad about others, what you focus on in them that you call bad or you're talking bad about are the things in yourself that you are unwilling to look at, that you are unwilling to honor and to bring out and to change if they're not serving you. So if you talk about someone who's being dishonest, there's probably a part in your heart of you that's dishonest that makes you look at, because if you didn't have to look at that, it wouldn't have that vibration offness to you so much. It wouldn't bother you so much. So I know that's going to kind of trigger a whole lot of stuff in you, because we want to be victims. We don't want to be responsible for our lives or to create our lives, but we are. So the sooner you stop being a victim and the sooner you say, you know what, when they do that or they threaten me in that way, it's because I have some self-love or some self-care issues, or I have some challenges with that myself, and I don't want to look at that. So the sooner you look at that stuff, the more delicious your life can be. So hopefully these were helpful, how to stop the drama in your life, or don't, because it can be fun and you can love it and it's okay. Either way, whatever, I just want you to have a wonderful, blessed, loving, exciting, passionate life in so many ways, and hope you create the one that is exactly, perfectly the one you want to be. You know, I've had such awareness that everything is becoming so clear to me, that my past and my future are all lining up with my present now, and it's so beautiful and delicious. And yes, I choose the drama sometimes. I choose to splash around in it, and it's okay. It doesn't feel okay to a lot of people around, including yourself, but you know, that's just how you show up, and I just have to love myself and love all those parts of me. So have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Hope that this was helpful. Please share if it was helpful for you, and comment. We have so many exciting things coming. Our new TV show, KNWA, we're hoping to get everything going by March. We're looking for some bands to be on there, so if you're a band, please send me a demo tape. And my husband's going to be my co-host, which is going to be so cool and exciting, and you'll get to see a little drama play out there, because yeah, we do that sometimes. So love y'all. Have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.